Hi, I'm Jennifer Miller, and this is a presentation for Hollister School District RSP teachers who will be receiving the Benchmark Advanced Small Group Readers. The small group readers are a series of books that are aligned with the content standards for the Benchmark Advanced program. It reviews the skills that the students are learning in whole group instruction and reinforces that instruction in a small group setting. These books are provided at a variety of levels, so students are confident with the curriculum and they can practice independently at their own level. The three key components of the program that you will have access to and receive are: one, the Benchmark Advanced Universe program, which is located in Clever. You will also receive one box, which is a small group level teacher's resource, and three other boxes which contain the small group level text, units 1 through 10. When accessing the curriculum through Clever, you're going to first go into the tab that shows the little benchmark icon. After you go into this benchmark icon, then you'll want to select the Benchmark Advanced program from the Curriculum Resource Center. Once in the Benchmark program, you can easily get to your grade level and the curriculum that you need by simply selecting the grade and the unit, open the TRS for that unit, which is the Teacher Resource Center, and select the Small Group Instructional Planner. To access any small group text from the home page, simply select the grade and the unit, then go to Small Groups. Once here, you'll be able to see all the leveled readers and click them open to access the content of those books. Additionally, students also have access to these books and can read all of the small group readers through their student platform. All right, now that you've seen what you have available on the online program, let's go ahead and take a look at the materials. Your materials will come in two separate boxes. The first box is organized by units, and you'll notice in each unit there is a variety of books at different reading levels that you can access for your students. Each one of these sets is a group of 6 books. Additionally, you'll also have your guides that go with it. Each guide for the entire unit is in one baggie. So go ahead and open up that baggie and get the guides you need for teaching that unit. Now let's take a deeper look at that guide. When you look at the guide, some of the components you'll notice right off the bat are that it shows you what the level is of the book. So you can take a look at this book and you can see what the level is for the student. You can also check out the Lexile level. It gives you some basic information also about the ELA strategies and skills that will be focused on in this book, as well as vocabulary and writing. One of the things that we've learned when we were doing this unit, as we've been doing these units over the past actually several years now, is that the first lesson that you get to, which is called the first read, is the most important lesson to do. So absolutely make sure that when you're following your teacher guide, you're doing the first lesson or the first read lesson in your reader's guide. Some of the things that they'll discuss in the reader's guide are the reading strategies to use. Reading strategies can be seen on the left-hand corner of their reading guide, and there really are only 3. Shared read aloud with the teacher, teachers read chorally with the students, partner reading, where partners read while the teacher listens to the group, and independent read aloud, where students read while the teacher listens and guides. I recommend using only these 3 reading strategies when using the program. Do not have a teacher read it and have students choral response or popcorn response. I would highly recommend pushing your students into these 3 levels, since this is independent reading level text. Also, when you're looking through this guide, you can see that it previews and sets a purpose for what you'll be doing. The lessons will continue throughout the guide. So after you're finished with that first read lesson, then you will continue with additional lessons in this teacher's guide. You'll find another piece that goes along with it, which is called the text evidence cards. The text evidence cards have a bunch of questions that go with the book, and they discuss things like the main idea, key details in the book and whatnot. So those are a great component for you to use as a teacher. Some teachers like to cut those or make a copy and then cut them into cards so that students can practice. Some teachers like to use those questions afterwards, so students can use them in journals, as well as have students ask questions to each other. So this is another great part of the program that you're able to use. Also lends to independent work. So if you're reading with one small group, maybe you want to just read with 2 students and you have a few students on the side, you can have them answer these questions while you're working with your group of students. Some of the best practices, additional best practices that we've learned throughout using the program are, first of all, make sure that you assess your students for placement in small groups or in placement for reading groups with this program. Some of the data you can look at that's really easy is, first of all, STAR data. You can look at SBAC data, or if you really want to, you could also do the screeners that go along with the unit. I really would recommend just going back to your STAR data and your SBAC data to find out what the Lexile level is for your students, and then find the text for the students that's appropriate to that level. Assigning the appropriate level text for each group is really important so that students are able to, again, access that grade level content and those standards, but with text that's at their reading level. There are some other things that you can do with this text. So you might notice that there are vocabulary words. You can choose 1 or 2 bold words from the text and let students use that to create circle maps. They could also use context clues to determine meaning, or look up words in glossary, write the actual meaning, or use the words in a sentence. So all of those are ideas of things that can be done with this text in addition to using them for your reading groups. There's a litany of resources that can be used also from the online program. So if you go back into the online program, you can find other resources that will support you with this, so that, again, if you're working with one group and you want to have another group do another activity during that time, these are some options for you. And finally, you'll notice there's also a baggie in your curriculum that's for Reader's Theater. You did not get the Reader's Theater books. Unfortunately, they don't come with this kit. However, you do get the teacher's guide for it, just not the set of books for it. But hey, don't despair. They're actually available to you. So all of the Reader's Theater books are available in your computer. So all the students have them in their application, and you have them in your Benchmark Advanced application too. So you just go into Clever, open Benchmark Advanced, and you can access each one of those books. But I would recommend just using the hardcover books. Most of the time, once you find the book that you want, you can go to a grade level on your campus and ask either that grade level or ask your LMS if you can borrow that set of books. I think the biggest piece that you just have to be aware of with that is that teachers do want to get their complete set back. So make sure that you take care to get them all of those books back, because these are used in the classroom too. One of the things that I really like about the Reader's Theater is that it has reading excerpts for the kids, or it assigns their reading character by their Lexile. So then you can look and okay, I need a simpler Lexile for this student to read and a more complicated or higher level Lexile for another student to read. So you're able to pair students with their Lexile level, so they have success with doing the Reader's Theater program. And that's sort of the program in a nutshell. I think when you start to get into it and you really dive into the lessons, it will make sense to you. But I just wanted to give you a general overview so you get these materials and you know that we know you're out there and you're supported. I'll add another video that will show you a teacher using these materials in her classroom, so you can see what it looks like real time in the Benchmark Advanced program. And please, if you have any questions as you're going along, I'm here to support you with this program. You can contact me at jmiller@hesd.org for questions or even with instructional support. Take care. Bye.